the whole time we didn't know what we're coming back to or what that was going to feel like. So it feels really, really good to be back home here.
For 3.5 weeks, as flames closed in on the city of Yellowknife, Matt Jacques and his wife, along with thousands of others, were forced to wait and see what would happen 2,000 kilometers away. He describes the shock he felt fleeing from his small community of 20,000 to the city of Edmonton with nearly 1 million residents.
Being in that grocery store, 9 a.m. on a Sunday, usually that's the quietest possible time to be in a grocery store, but I was just so wired and still like in that fight or flight mode that even just realizing there was somebody else behind me in the aisle, I was shaky and jumpy, and it was just it was much more of a reaction than I would have anticipated.
The photographer thought at first he was coping well, but when he was invited to a CFL game, a gift from the team to evacuees, he realized he may be experiencing more than just excitement.
The sheer volume of people, and even initially like the noise, like people blowing these horns and stuff, like my nerves were still frazzled from the evacuation. It was a traumatic event.
He eventually settled into the game and now counts it as a highlight. His dog Ripley seemed mostly at ease, but was experiencing the stress of being in an unfamiliar place too.
We hadn't realized when we were in Edmonton that she was still kind of a little bit on guard and, probably still looking out for the two of us. But when we got home, she's back to being her silly self and 100% relaxed and happy to be back.
This has been the worst wildfire season on record for the Northwest Territories, with more than 4 million hectares burned. Thankfully, the city of Yellowknife remained unharmed from the cluster of wildfires surrounding it. That's because fire crews were able to protect it in time. Matt says it's this experience that the northern community won't soon forget.
It really is a collective event that we just went through, and like 20,000 people going through the same thing, or, a very similar traumatic event is, it's very unique and unprecedented, which is the word of the summer here too.